still not got an intro, but let's just get straight into it. So I've seen a lot of people lately, like Daniel Simmons, Brave New Word, like they're making videos about like their like wish list. And I've kind of thought I'd just hijack the idea, just make something similar myself. I think I'm gonna do it probably a little bit differently to the way that they've sort of done theirs. So like what I've done is I've just kind of gone onto Grailed, found like versions of all the stuff that I like, so I can show you all guys awesome photos and kind of like what they're going for at the moment. And what I'll do is I'll just like scroll through and I will like kind of just talk about it and just like why I like it. Now this is gonna be like a summer wish list, but obviously some of this stuff is mainly just going to be for like all year round, sort of like stuff that's been in my wish list for a while. So it's not stuff that like I want this summer, but it's just stuff that I want in general. But if I do like a video like this again, it'll probably be like a little bit more updated and like a little bit more focused for like the time of year that I'm talking about. So yeah, I'm just gonna go straight into it. Just like I just got my iPad here and I'm just like gonna just go through all the items. So the first thing that I've got here is this this Noah hoodie. Now this hoodie is nice. Like it's just a low-key kind of piece. You know, I like the subtle hint of red as well. Like as you kind of know by now, like it's black, white and red in my wardrobe mainly. So I really like this, like a nice simple hoodie. Obviously this one's a little bit worn, but obviously it's already sold as well. But for $100, $107, it's something that I'd probably pick up for the price. Obviously it's Noah as well. And I think Noah has like decent resale value, like on their clothes as well. Like even if I got it for 107 and sold it for like 90, 95, I think that's still like a decent price for it. And like I haven't really lost out on like a lot of money. So that's kind of why, you know, it's not even a bad thing to pick it up even though it's used, because the resale value is always quite good on it. But yeah, it's just a low-key hoodie. Obviously it goes with most of the stuff in my wardrobe and it's just a little bit different, a little bit out there. Not what I normally kind of wear, but it's something that I could definitely style easily. The second thing I've got, now this is obviously like a little bit out of my price range, obviously $775, but it's this like really fire Noah like puffer jacket. It's got these like paisley kind of like pieces, and it's all like joined together by this like nice banding. Now I don't think let me see. Yeah, I don't think it's actually like all sewn together like different pieces. I'm pretty sure it's all just screen printed together. But what I do really like about it, even though it's not like authentic in that sense or whatever, it still looks really nice. And also the way it's all like aligned perfectly for the jacket. So like the blue piece, the green piece, they're like aligned perfectly in the middle, and it flows nicely across the whole jacket. Like even the banding follows on perfectly. And it's like when you're gonna pay so much money, it's really important that small details like that are like checked as well. And I think, even though it's like, this is a very expensive jacket and obviously I cannot afford it, if I could afford it, I'd love to have a jacket like this. But yeah, I mean, you know, the guy styled it very simply here, like just with a blue hoodie, and that's all it really is. It's just a nice simple jacket. You can kind of put it how you want to put it, but yeah, I mean, it's just something that I really like. I think the biggest issue I really have with this, apart from the price, is that it doesn't really go with most of the stuff in my wardrobe, but I'm sure I can find some way to style this if I ever got one, which I probably will never get one. So yeah, it's not something for me to worry about at the moment. But next up I got this fire Stussy hoodie. Like I've never seen a Stussy design like this. Like it's got like the nice Stussy logo in this kind of like Russian sort of font, and it's got like the Arm & Hammer underneath it. Now I think it's embroidered, I'm not too sure, but what I really like about it as well is the back print. Like, so on the front it's just nice and simple with a small little like logo on the chest, and then on the back it's got like the main design, and it's embroidered. And I just think, like, you know, it's black and red, it's like faded black. I just think this is so fire. Like it's such a low-key piece as well, and it only sold for 120. It's something that I could have picked up, like sort of in my price range that I can afford. And yeah, I just can't find something similar to this anywhere. Like I don't even, like, even if you look at this listing here, there's no sort of like description of what it is. It's just a vintage Stussy zip hoodie. Like I don't know how to find this thing, man. But yeah, this is absolutely fire. Shout out to whoever picked this up. If you got one, let me know. But yeah, this is fire. And the next thing that's on this list is this Walter van Beirendonck varsity jacket. Now, Walter van Beirendonck, I didn't really know of him until I went to Selfridges one time. I saw this fire jacket, like it's got these like straps on the arms and the chest, and I'll see if I can put a photo up for you. But I saw this jacket and I knew straight away I needed this jacket. It was like $1,600 or pounds, and obviously I couldn't afford it. So it's always been on my mind, this jacket, and I knew the name of the designer, and you know, I started looking at his other stuff, and I thought this jacket in particular was fire. Like, it's that really like soft material. I'm not sure what the actual material is called, but it's just like a wool jacket, but like the actual material of the jacket like looks really soft. It just looks like really well made, and I really like the little patches on it as well. And it's just like the small attention to detail as well. Like, as you can see here, like the button's got like the lightning bolt in it. I just think everything about this thing is just so like nicely done. Even the color choices, like, so obviously you got the dark blue on like the patch, then you got the light blue, a different shade of light blue, and then different shade of light blue for the collar and the cuffs. I think it all just comes together quite nicely. It's just like a step up, I feel, from like the SLP teddy jacket, which is like sort of similar to this with like the arm stripes, but it's just very simple apart from that. I think this jacket does like a really nice kind of like middle ground, where it's like not all the way out there, but it's still a little bit more advanced than like sort of like the more basic jackets. But obviously, like you can see, it's $427 plus $35 shipping, which again is sort of out of my price range, but it's still a fire jacket. So wish list, I mean, there's no total amount that I can spend or whatever on this. Next up is this Raf Simons. Is this gonna load? Why am I going for this? Next up is this. Okay, shit, and we back. So I don't even know what happened there. My internet just bugged out. So yeah. Anyway, so the next thing that I was talking about was these Raf Simons like archive pants. These are called like Raf Simons Consume Cargos. And I can't lie, like I really want to get these. Like, they're so fire. I really like the way like the pockets are put on, like the cargo pockets. They're kind of like floating over the pants, and like the way the straps work, etc. It's kind of just really. It's not like the traditional way like cargos work. The thing is, obviously, these are like 4K, and I do not have 4K. But to be fair, they are quite similar to the Vujade cargos that I do have, in like the kind of way they're constructed, and also with the straps and stuff. So this isn't something that I'd want to pick up right now. Probably something that I never will pick up. But obviously, it's just a wish list, right? This is kind of like an unlimited budget kind of thing. But if I find something similar to this, something that's like kind of in a more affordable price bracket, or if I can figure out a way to make something like this, I will probably do that. Obviously it's still going to be a lot cheaper, but yeah, I mean, these are really fire. I really like the way these look. Apart from the kind of strap and the pockets on these, they're pretty simple. They're pretty much just plain black trousers, so there isn't really too much to talk about, but as you can see, they are really nice, and personally I really like these. The next thing I had is actually these. These are pretty basic, right? They're just Jordan 4s. These are Jordan 4 Pure Moneys. For some reason, these go for like a lot of money. These ones here, like, they're for $525, and I don't know why they're so expensive. They're literally just plain white Pure 4s. But I really like them. I think they're really nice. They're like such a low-key piece as well. The only bit that isn't really white is like those like the lace loops, which are silver. I think it's just a nice like little touch like for the shoes, just to keep them like kind of low-key and basic. You know, just it kind of goes with everything like pretty easily. If you look at some of the 4s and the 6s that are coming out now, like even if you look at the Travis Scott ones, they're so loud. I feel like they have to become like the focal point of your fit. And like, as much as I like sneakers and shoes, I don't consider myself a sneakerhead like that, in that, like, you know, I don't want the shoes which are like the loudest shoes out there. I think like the shoes should kind of go along with your whole fit and keep everything nice instead of being like the main focal point of your fit. And I think like Pure Money 4s are a really like good way to do that. They kind of fit that kind of middle area where they kind of stand out because they're not like a shoe that everyone else has, but they're still really nice in that like they just have a kind of nice middle ground. But yeah, like I said, these are like $500. You can get these for a little bit cheaper. I just picked this listing because it had the best photos for you guys to see. If I can find these for a more affordable price, it might actually be something that I do pick up. Obviously, I haven't really been picking up a lot of stuff like I've said lately, so to pick up something like this, it's not really a bad thing. Obviously, because I know I'm going to wear it for a long time as well. And I think as well, the point with 4s is that like they're not as popular as 1s. So like right now, I'd say like 1s, Dunks, and Air Force are like kind of the most popular shoes at the moment. So if I get like 4s, they're not going to be like the most popular, and so they aren't going to be like hitting that peak of popularity where if you carry on wearing them, people, when they kind of like fall out of fashion almost, people were like, well, are you still wearing them? I think because they hit this kind of like really good balance between like looking really nice and not being really popular, you can kind of get away with wearing these for like a long period of time. And so obviously I think it is going to be a good investment even if I do pick them up. And the next thing that I wanted to show you was these Rick Owens shorts. Now, I'm not too sure what they are. I believe they are the same as these dark shadow swinger shorts, like with the short pocket detailing. If you like, I really like this part like on the knee where it kind of like cuts up a little bit and there's like the extra piece put in there in the knee, and obviously it's like just the standard kind of Rick Owens look. These, to be fair, they're not too expensive. They're like, what are they, $200? Yeah, $200 for Rick Owens shorts. Obviously they're not mainline, they are dark shadow, but I do really like these. I like the way they look. I like this color in particular, this kind of like dark gray kind of washed faded look, and I really like these two back pockets with the zips on them as well. But yeah, I mean, these aren't overly expensive. It's something that I may be able to pick up in the future, but right now these are just like kind of like a more wish list sort of item. And I think these would be really nice for summer as well. And I kind of like just like the low-key kind of, you know, it's got like the little dark shadow emblem on it there as well. Just, it's like a kind of like a more low-key kind of piece. That's on the inside. But yeah, that's it's just like a more low-key piece. It's nothing too crazy. It's like more low-key Rick, like some of them are more out there Rick stuff, like with the really long drawstrings and the really deep drop crotch. I think it's just a bit too much at times, and it's just like, I like some of the stuff he does, but I don't want to like fit into that archetype of like the standard Rick fan wearing like all the crazy stuff that he wears. But yeah, I really like these shorts, and if I can get them for an affordable price, I will probably pick these up. The next thing on the list is this needle shirt. Now, what I like about this, like this 7 kind of cut shirt, they have like loads of different ones. I'm not sure if there's any other listings. Yeah, like this one as well. And they're all pretty much the same thing. But what I like about the one that I've picked is that like it's all like black and dark grey, and kind of like it all kind of fits in quite nicely. My main gripe with these t-shirts, like I really like the idea of them. I think the idea is so good, and I like the execution on this t-shirt in particular. But with the other t-shirts, I think just having such a like wide variety of colors, I think it doesn't really bode well to like wearing it with your wardrobe. You kind of have to work around it instead of with it. And with this one, because the color palette is fairly similar like across the whole t-shirt, it's more like it's more about the technical details, like with the stitching, and to have all the different pieces together instead of having like a crazy shirt. It's a lot more like muted, and it's a lot more muted, and it's something that I think is a lot easier to style because of the way it looks, if that kind of makes sense. I'm not too sure if you kind of get where I'm coming from, but like, you know, as you can tell here, like you can kind of tell it's different shirts all stitched together, and it's just a little bit more subtle. But like obviously when you look at obviously when you look at this shirt, for example, it's really clear to see that it's different shirts all stitched together, and I think that just kind of detracts from it a little bit, in that, like, you know, I just want it to be a little bit more subtle. I want it to be a little bit easier to wear. I don't want it to be as in your face as some of these. So I really like this shirt in particular. But yeah, that's that as well. And also this Needles org track pants. These are the ASAP Rocky collab ones. So these are the black and silver ones. I have the black and purple ones myself, but I really like this black and silver one, to be honest. I think the purple ones are nice, but I don't have a lot of purple in my wardrobe, and again, that kind of leads to issues where I'm kind of working around it almost, instead of like with the kind of with the track pants. Like sometimes I have to think, like, you know, make everything else a little bit more simple, just standard like kind of black and white, just to kind of get the purple like nice, because I don't have a lot of orange, a lot of yellow in my wardrobe either. So it's not like I could either go like with purple and yellow kind of thing, kind of like on a contrast thing. And I don't think purple and red works that well. It's not bad together, but it's not like perfect. So I think if I can swap those out, sell them, and get something else similar to this, like the silver ones, or there's also like a pair that's black and the dark grey stripes. If I can get those as well, just so it kind of works a little bit easier with some of the stuff I have in my wardrobe, I think obviously that's ideal. But yeah, obviously, like, look at the price on these, $500 and almost $600. If I can maybe find them for a more affordable price, then who knows, but at the moment that's why it's on the wish list. After that, it's just a couple more things. One thing is this number 9 wool cardigan. This is absolute fire. And the thing is as well, it's from autumn winter 2005, so this is like 16 years old, this piece, and it's only $300. And I know I might be saying only $300, but for an archive piece, a piece that's obviously been very well maintained, for $300, I don't think it's that bad of a price. But what I really like about it is just like, it's similar to like a varsity jacket with the patches and stuff put onto it, like you can see here. But I think it's just like the fact that it's a cardigan and not like and not a varsity jacket. I think varsity jackets are gonna peak in their popularity very soon, and so just swapping it out for something like a varsity jacket, similar, but obviously not a varsity jacket. Yeah, it's just a nice piece. I think obviously it'll work very nice for summer as well. You know, you just layer it with a t-shirt. It's easy to wear straight into the fall or the autumn, and then obviously in winter you just get like a jacket, right? But yeah, I really like this this cardigan. I really like the button detailing on it as well, like the silver buttons as well. And there's not really too much to say about this. I think for what it is, it's not too bad of a price, but again, I don't really have that kind of money yet. But yeah, moving on, I've got this Vetements 11-inch Gun Club hoodie. This is so fire. Apart from the design, which obviously is just on the back, this print, I really like the way it's cut. Like, if you can see here, it's very cropped in the body. I like it. I think it makes your proportions stand out a little bit more. It doesn't like bleed onto the jeans in that sort of way. Where, like, you know, with other hoodies sometimes they kind of bleed, if you will, like onto your jeans. Like, they kind of fall straight onto your jeans, and it doesn't like it's not like the most flattering silhouette that it gives. But I think because it's a little bit shorter in the body, it does look quite nice. It's a very simple hoodie as well. It's just a grey hoodie with this like kind of Vetements detailing on the hood, and then this print on the back. Very simple, very nice. Obviously for $630, it's a little bit steep, but like I said, if I could pick this up in the future or something similar to this, maybe a different Vetements hoodie, yeah, I'd buy this. It is like one of my favorite hoodies, as you can see here. That's kind of like an idea of how cropped it is. But yeah, this is fire. And it's only like a couple pieces left now. I've got this Comme de Garcons Stussy jacket. I think this is absolutely fire as well. I think Rocky's been seen wearing this. Ken Ijimar's got one of these, but I heard someone say it was fake. I don't really know. But yeah, this is fire. For $2,000, it's a bit too steep. It's a lot too steep, but this is fire. Everything's embroidered, everything's patched. The patterns are sick. This is like the OG Stussy logo as well with the CDG on it. It's so fire. Yeah, if I could get this, I'd love this. You know, this is just straight heat. But yeah, it's too much for me. so I'm just gonna leave it at that. And the last thing I've got is these CDG Air Force Ones. This is like an ultimate wish list item for me. When these came out, I liked them then, but I was like, well, I would have been 16, 17 at the time, so I didn't really have the money to buy them. They're like £200, like from the Supreme website, 160. I'm not too sure of the exact price, but basically I was broke, so I didn't have the money to buy them. And so ever since then, I've always like really liked them, but the price has always just gone up to the point where I can't afford it. And now it's just kind of scaled out of control. It's like $600, $1,600 for these. They're still absolutely fire though, just like simple Air Force Ones, with just like the nice kind of detailing on the back, and also the CDG Supreme embossed into the shoe as well. And that's the thing, like with more recent Supreme stuff, it's kind of gotten to the point where it's like kind of lost its quality. It's almost very how do I explain it? See, you can see that $228. As you can see, like this is really nice quality, but with some of the more new Supreme stuff, they just kind of print the design onto it, and it's just become like less and less like kind of that quality that would make it last. And I think this sort of era, the 2016-2017 era, was the last sort of time I feel like Supreme clothes were like worth the price that they had attached to them. After this, it sort of like became very simple, but still with a really high price tag, and it's only very occasionally when nice pieces came out that I felt like were worth the price tag. But anyway, these are absolutely fire. Ultimate wishlist item. Probably will never get these. I don't know, I might even have a go at making something similar to this. I don't even know how I'd go about it though. Who knows, we'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much the video. That's all my wishlist item. There's only what, 14 on there, but yeah, all absolute heat. Let me know in the comments which one your favorite was. Let me know if you think I should pick up some of the more reasonable items. If you'd like to see a video on any of this stuff, let me know. I'm interested in picking up especially the shorts and the Needle 7 cut t-shirt, and if I can find a Stussy hoodie like this, I'll definitely pick this up. But yeah, anything, let me know if you want to see a video on anything in particular. I'll see what I can do. But yeah, like always, if you liked it, like it. If you want to comment, and if you want to subscribe, please subscribe. New videos coming every Sunday, 8 PM. Peace.